Welcome back, everyone. We are going to another SQL problem. So let's see where we reach. So managers, that's already completed. So monthly transaction, that's the one we completed in previous video. So we are going to immediate food delivery. So these things, if the customer preferred delivery date is the same as the order date, then the order is called immediate. Otherwise, it's called scheduled. So, if the customer's preferred delivery date is the same as the order date, then it's immediate. The first order of a customer is the order with the earlier is the order with the earliest order date that the customer made. Okay, that also understood. The thing is like the earliest day is the first order. It is guaranteed that the customer has precisely one first order. Write a solution to find the percentage of immediate orders in the first order for the customer is rounded to decimal. So this is a little bit of messed up question. So there is only one table input. You will have the order date and delivery date. You need to compare the two dates to get our solution. So immediate percentage, that's the one we need in the output. So this is the schema. We'll go to the schema first, and then we will find out how we will solve this thing. Immediate food delivery. So with base table, okay. So some people use the base table things here, but let me see is any other. Okay, with the customer to is immediate, select distinct customer around immediate percentage from customer to is immediate. So this is a little bit tricky one. So probably we need lot of discussion on this one. So with that's the one we are using with city or select customer order date, minimum order date, or partition by customer ID as minimum date. Customer preferred delivery date from delivery select around some of okay. This is basically a bit of complicated things. So there are two ways we can solve. Anyway, we are going to take the schema and we can check whether we can do something at least. So copy that schema and come back to your workspace wherever you are. Okay, here we added all the details here and we are trying to run in one shot. That's fine. We are good. Right now we need to check what are the details I have in my table. So we have only one table. That's fine. We don't need to have any complex joins. And you have delivery ID, customer ID, order date, customer preferred delivery date. Okay, that That thing also fine. So what you exactly need is immediate percentage. That's the only thing you need. Okay. Write a solution to find the percentage of immediate orders in the first order of all the customers. So if you have 5 or 6 customers, it is percentage of immediate orders in the first order of all the customers. So the thing is like first order may be immediate order, first order may be not immediate order. So that's the thing you need to find. So select round case when order date is equal to customer preferred delivery date, then 1, else is equal to 0. Then immediate percentage from delivery where customer ID, order ID in minimum order date. Select a customer ID minimum order date from delivery group by customer ID. Okay. One thing we will go first. Okay. So the problem is should be an immediate order. That's the thing you need to find out. How we will find an immediate order? If I just put, if you compare this one, so the customer ID 1, customer ID 2, customer ID 3, we have 3 rows, right? So in this one, which is not immediate delivery order, I need to get the first order. So for the third customer, what is the first order? Order date 824, 821. So probably 821 will be the order date for customer 3. Let me check. Yeah, that's correct. So this query minimum order date. Okay, so for one customer, if you run this one for one customer, you will get the select customer ID minimum order from delivery date, customer ID and also minimum order date. Okay, so you got minimum order date for each customer running this query. So uh, next what we can do. So the first order I got the minimum order, the first order date I got, and what they are telling in the question is like the first order of the customer is the order with the earliest date. As we saw, write a solution to find the percentage of immediate orders in the first order of customers. So right now you need to check the first order is an immediate order. How we can do that? So here I have customer ID. Here you need to yeah, I didn't discuss this group by clause. So they are looping all the orders by customers, then taking the minimum order. Okay, so you got that part, but next part is important. Next part is find the percentage of immediate orders in the first order of the customer. How an order will be immediate order. So if my order rate, if my order date is the same, the delivery date, my order will be an immediate order. So how I will find all my immediate orders? Minimum order date I can find from here since it is a group by clause. And if okay, with this data, how we can find? So this is actually a customer ID and minimum order date, right? So you have the customer ID and you have the minimum order date for different customers. But what I need to get is I need for each customer the immediate orders. How I can do that? So that's gonna be a problem here. So how I will solve that? So you need a customer. For each customer, you need to get the whether it's a minimum order or not. So I am not going to solve the percentage right now. I am trying to solve whether the customer has immediate order or on the minimum order date or not. That's the one I am going to solve. Then we will make it as a percentage, because the part is a little bit complicated with the syntax and everything. We are not going for that. Okay. So if I am doing something like this, select all from delivery. Delivery is the table we are using, right? So delivery where, and I am using a customer ID, order date, in, and you need to provide a two values from here. So it will take these values from here. So customer ID and order ID in customer ID and minimum order date. Okay. So what I am going to get on this scenario, I will get all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 customers, 821. So we are fine. Right now we need to use the if else statement. Okay. So if else statement, not if else statement, case. Case is fine. Or if else also works. So we will use case because we need to eventually we need to find the percentage. So we need to, if it is not satisfied also we need to provide zero or something. So basically we are going for case. So case when order date is equal to customer preferred delivery date. I'm not gonna type all these things. Okay. Customer preferred, then one, then it will return, then one, tell zero, one, then to be else, and you should use an int. That's it. For the case, it's very easy. Okay, so you got that one. So here I have only one value, case 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So that part also we saw. Right now, what we need, count delivery ID. Right now, a little bit tricky again because, okay, 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 what we can do here is, so here one thing is completed, right? So another one, if I am just putting one, it should work, right? So I am just have another row. So that's fine. I need to get another row. And what I'm going to do is I need a count of all the delivery. So in this case, what's going to happen? This uh, is actually throw an exception. Why? Because I cannot use aggregate function without. group by. This group by only in the where clause. So I can use this one. So that's fine. We don't have any. Okay. So what we can do is, since I have all this information here, I will use it here itself. Okay. So the case part, I make it as a one thing. Then what I am going to do, so if it is immediate order or not, that's I already mentioned here. Then what I need to do, okay, I need to sum this, right? Before I am finding the percentage, right? So I need to sum first all the immediate orders. So here I did the summation also of the immediate orders. Then I need to find the percentage. Percentage finding is easy. I multiply with 100, and then I will divide with the total IDs, and I need to make it as as immediate percentage. So that part also I will just copy because the time is running fast. I don't want to waste so much time on these things. Okay, so probably you guys will feel like I'm taking too much time on each question. So to prevent that, I just copy some of this. Okay, so right now uh, we can see 50, but it is not correct because we need to round. As usual, we need to round to two decimal. So that's also fine. So let's see whether these things. So this is one of the solution. There is another solution also. So let me check what is the time we spend on this question. Then, so right now it's almost 17 minutes. So I guess the next solution probably on the next video, or I will try to complete that on this video itself. Okay, so we can run and we can note down the time it took. 165 milliseconds. It's not bad though. There is another solution, another way of doing that. We can check that also. So customer, so in that one, select customer ID, order date, minimum order date over partition. So it's actually a partition group by dividing in another ways. So we don't need to go with that solution, but I will run that solution and let's see how, what is the time complexity it will take. It's over 129 milliseconds, so it's better than the current solution. So basically, probably you need to, so round and sum is fine. Order date is equal to customer delivery date also fine. It's almost same. Customer preferred delivery date is equal to minimum date is also fine. You are getting this one. And here, so from where you are getting the distinct customer ID into 100. So with from, so what is actually happening here? So you are turning into our delivery table into a CT with some modification. So what modification I am doing here? I'm selecting from delivery. I am minimum over partition by customer ID as minimum date. Okay. So customer ID, order date, minimum order date. So I will have three information here: customer ID, order date, minimum order date over partition by customer ID, minimum date. Okay, so that's exactly almost same with the one that we, the group by. So if you run this one, you will understand better. So you can see we are adding. So for the customer three, we already have two rows, right? So they are taking the minimum date also into the consideration. So that group by thing we partition by customer ID. So over minimum ordered over minimum ordered date over partition. So this actually the group by itself. Okay, so this is one of the ways we can we can uh, rewrite or something like that on the group by. So this is another way of doing the group by: minimum order date over partition by customer ID, partition by over, and partition by this one. So here I have all the minimum date information also. Then what I am doing on that one, I'm just taking all the information. So order date I have, customer preferred date I have, I know even if customer ID I have, and immediate, okay, customer minimum date also I have, okay, and customer when order date is equal to, and customer preferred date is equal to minimum date. Okay, so the minimum date is the same, then I will return one, otherwise I will return two, and I am doing this. So basically customer preferred delivery date is equal to minimum date, order date is equal to customer preferred date. Okay, so order date is equal to this one, and customer preferred date is equal to minimum date. That's the way we solve in the second option, right? So go back to the initial state. Initial state, you have the order date and customer date, and you didn't have the minimum date, the first delivery date, right? So that's we find using the where clause select. Okay, minimum order date. So in this case, we make it as a with clause, and partition is the same like that group by, and everything is same. So basically a rewrite of the existing solution. So thank you for watching. Took it took almost 24 minutes to complete all of this here, but it is good to know that two solution, and I guess we went to the root of the solution, like what are the things we need to do in this case of scenarios. So on the first scenario, first way of solving this, we mention the way of where clause. We are using two parameters here. Usually in my experience or something, I usually going for one parameter and one's in clause, but in this case we are using two parameters. This is new to me, but I don't know about you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.